Are you getting cold feet? With winter on its way, a simple walk across the floor of your home can turn your toes blue. And the reason is simple. All that outside air is somehow getting inside. And the biggest culprit is your crawl space. Ron Greenbaum, also known as the Basement Doctor, here with me to explain some amazing options. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Robin. Great to see you. You
too. And I hear that you want to talk about cold feet.
Yeah, you know, I just recently bought a house and realized it is a significant problem. All the air you breathe really upstairs, about half of it comes from the basement or crawl space. And if you're not controlling it, it can cost you a lot of money.
And you don't want to wear slippers 24/7 around your home. That's never a good idea.
Right.
So, first of all, what is the purpose for that crawl space?
Well, you know, lots of times, again, people put crawl spaces in just to save money. You know, they don't need a lot of space, extra space, so instead of building a basement, they'll put a crawl space in. But the reality is, most of the time, they just leave it full of dirt and gravel, and they don't really consider it part of the home.
And because of that, that may be why they don't really realize the effect that it has. So how is that cold air getting in through that space?
Well, there's penetrations into the house. They bring wires in, they bring your heating, your cooling, other things, water lines, and so cold air comes in that way, and then again it starts gravitating up to the rest of your home.
And with that said, energy efficiency is what we're trying to get, and that causes problems, right?
Yeah, and then change in temperature can create that nasty four-letter word of mold and dry rot, things like that too, and you don't want that.
Okay, and Ron, my husband and I, we've been house hunting over the last few months or so, and you see a lot of different phases of crawl spaces. You may see one with rocks, some that just have a tarp, some that are fully, you know, decked out. So what are our options?
Well, what we do is an encapsulation system, a full encapsulation. We actually take the house and separate it from the ground itself. And we'll put in a 20 mil barrier in the house after we level it off and make sure there's no debris or things that can, again, create other issues. Then after we use almost like a swimming pool liner, and we make it look, you know, I've had people go downstairs and go, wow, because now you can use it for storage, things like that. We also make sure that in the rim joist, which is right above where the house meets the crawl space, we use spray foam insulation there, and that's what stops that cold air from coming in.
So this is the finished product we were just looking at, that full white, really nice looking space. So the 4 steps that we are talking about, bring us through that.
Okay, well, the first thing you want to do again is remove any debris that might be in there. Then you want to, again, make sure you don't really need insulation for the walls because we're going to be using, again, spray foam. So the next step is we insulate above. Then we put a matting down, so if you use it for storage, you can actually crawl, it is a crawl space, crawl in there or walk in there if it's tall enough. And then on top of that, we'll actually put this 20 mil liner that's fiber reinforced. And that way we're sure that none of the problems continue to happen.
Okay, so all of these steps add up to this energy efficiency. Is that saving people a lot of money?
Yeah, it pays for itself. Over about a 5-year period, you're saving enough energy to pay for any size crawl space, really.
Now, you look at some things too in the tarp. Does that rip? Is there a danger in that? Or?
No, that's why we use a reinforced tarp, and that's why we put what's called a dimple board underneath it, so that chances of it getting torn are very minimal. But if it is, then we have a special type of tape we can use to fix it if it would happen. But we really don't get called for that.
Okay, but you do get called for consultation. So how does somebody come in and book for you?
Well, you can go online to mybasementdoctor.com. That's very easy. All the information's there, and you can find us that way. Or, of course, you can call 877-DRY-TIME.
Okay, and you have a deal today for our daytime viewers.
Yeah, I think that online, if you get online, we have a creepy crawl space deal, and we're adding the spray foam insulation for free.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's a really good,
a great deal.
Yeah, right now at this time of year especially, and you know, we're busy, but you know, we'll get out there. You know, a lot of people have said you're kind of like a real doctor these days, and people have to wait for, and it is true, and we you know, we want to send people out there that know what they're doing. So,
absolutely.
But I think we're worth waiting for.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Ron, for everything you brought with us today.
Well, thanks, Robin. Great to see you.
You too.